Good morning, students. Welcome to all of you on our online class. And I'm your teacher. Jana, our teacher, is with you now. And we are just trying to review our chapters. Though we have finished the revision for once, but now we will try to focus some specific points, specific types of maths, as we have already reviewed all chapters. So there is no need to make a serial or just we have no need to go in a serial wise revision for all chapters. So according to your request, some of you have requested to focus on some specific chapters, so we will try to do so in our classes now. And for that, today I will try to discuss a creative question from chapter 11, that is current electricity. We know that this is a very important chapters for you, and for creative question, for MCQ type question, this is a such kind of chapter. The questions are must from this one. So let's start the math here. This is a diagram based question, as the chapter is current electricity. You know that from this chapter, circuit based or diagram based questions are given to the exam. So let's start the class and let's have a look on the stem. Here this is a circuit. If you just see the picture here, circuit consists of several resistors. There is series combination, there is also parallel combination. Here 7 or 1 2 3 5 4 5 6 6 resistors are used here in this circuit. And what are the questions according to this circuit? The first one is determine the circuit current, and second one is find the potential of points A, B, C, D. Sometimes the questions comes in such a way that you have to find out the potential of some specific points, just like this one. But sometimes the questions also come just like that. You have to determine the current for specific branch. So we will try to discuss these methods here. First of all, let's try to solve the question number C. Determine the circuit current. So all of you know that for determining the total current of a circuit, you have to calculate the combination of resistors. That means equivalent resistors. You have to determine the total equivalent resistors of that circuit, and then you can find the total current. So for getting the equivalent resistor, all of you know that we can approach from any one side of the circuit, from left side or right side. For our convenient, we just will try to start from right side here, as I have told this one in your classes already. See here, if we just start from this point, from the most right point here, the three resistors are here, 10 ohm, 10 ohm and 5 ohm. If you just want to signify this with some name or some values, that means R1 20 ohm, R2 10 ohm, R3 20 ohm, R4 5 ohm. In such a way you can signify these resistors. And then we just see over here that here are the combination of 3 5 10 10, and 2 are in series, and both of that with that series combination, one is parallel. So here from the circuit, 5 ohm and 10 ohm are in series, and with them 10 ohm is in parallel. So combination of 5 ohm and 10 ohm, the series after making a series combination, the equivalent resistance for 5 and 10 ohm will be 15 ohm. Then these 15 ohm and remaining 10 ohm, these 10 ohm are in parallel here. So if we make a parallel combination here, all of you know the equation for series combination and parallel combination. So if we make a parallel combination of here, the equivalent will be 6 ohm. So for this branch of the circuit we have got the equivalent resistance is 6 ohm. Then these two resistors are in parallel, 10 ohm and 20 ohm. So if we make a parallel combination here, calculate it, the final value will be 6.6 ohm. Now 20 ohm, 6.6 ohm, and these 6 ohm, these trees are in series. So if this is a series combination, we just have to add all the values here, and we will get the total equivalent resistance of the circuit, that will be 32.66 ohm. Okay, so as we have got the total equivalent resistance of the circuit, we can easily determine the total current here, and the total current will be our equation from Ohm's law, I equals V by R. So here total voltage was 20 volt and total equivalent resistance is 32.66 ohm, and then total current of this circuit will be 0.612 amps. So you have solved so many questions related to determine the total current. So this one is not so easy for not so tough for you to determine the total current. In this way you can determine the total current here, and we have got the value is 0.612. But the complicated section is question number D. Find the potential of the points A, B, C, and D. So now we have to calculate the potential of point A, B, C, and D. So for determining that one, we will just approach from back side, that means approaching backward, that means from end portion where we ended our circuit, total circuit. From that portion we will start again. Final circuit, after combining or after making the calculation of all resistors, we have got that equivalent resistor is 32.66 ohm, and for that we have got the total current is 0.612 amps. So boys, as this equivalent resistor is a combination of three resistor, that means 20 ohms, 6.66 ohm, and 6 ohm. So you know that the current will be same for all branches. As these trees are in series, the current will be same for all branch. That means for 20 ohm the current will be 612 ampere, for 6.66 ohm the current will be 0.612 amps, and for 6 ohm the current will be the same, that means 0.612 amps. So if we know the current of each branch and if we know the resistor of each branch, then we can calculate the potential drop across each branch. So if we just want to determine the voltage drop across 20 ohm, here we'll apply the equation V equals IR from Ohm's law. Here I is 0.612 amps, and for this branch the resistance is 20 ohm. Then the voltage drop through this branch will be 12.2 volt. So we started our journey with 20 volt, and across 20 ohm the drop is 12.2 volt. That means then we will just get the point A. That means for point A the potential will be 20 minus drop across this resistance is 12.2. That means 20 minus 12.2, this will be 7.8 volt. Okay, now so we have got the potential of point A. Now we will try to find out the potential for B. So for getting the potential of B, we are getting two resistors here. So the drop across two resistors, we have to find out that here just see that here, look here, if you just see this, the for 6.66 ohm resistor, that means this resistor is the combination of these two resistors. That means by combining 10 ohm and 20 ohm in parallel, we just get the combination 6.66 ohm. So as this is the combination, or this is the equivalent for two parallel resistors, the voltage drop will be same for both resistor. Here we have calculated the voltage drop is 4.07 volt. That means for these two resistors the voltage drop will be 4.27 volt. We just got the potential of A is 7.8 volt. So and across these two resistors the drop is 4.07 volt. That means after subtracting 4.07 from 7.8 volt, we will get the voltage for, or potential for B. So that will be 7.8 minus 4.07 volt. That means 3.73 volt. You just make a proper calculation. You just have to calculate it in a easier way. Just go in straight after point by point. So we have calculated the potential for point A and potential for B. Now we have to calculate the potential for C. Before that, we will do a simple work here. Boys, this 6 ohm resistor is a combination of parallel combination of or equivalent resistor of 10 ohm and 15 ohm. So the voltage drop will be same for both resistor, that will be 3.672 volt. So if we want to measure the branch current of these two branches, we will apply the Ohm's law here. The current for this branch will be I equals V by R. Here V is 3.672 volt and R is 10 ohm. Then for the current for this branch will be 0.367 amps. And for this branch, that means for 15 ohm resistor, the current for this branch will be, as the both are in parallel, so current will not same, the voltage drop or voltage will be same. So the voltage is same here, 3.672 and 3.672, but as they are in parallel, the current will be different. And for 10 ohm we have got the current is 0.367 amps, and for 15 ohm the current will be according to the equation I equals V by R, 3.672 divided by 15, that means the current will be 0.244 amps. Okay, so what is the reason of determining this current? You are not told in question to determine the current of all branches, but we have determined is because we have to measure the voltage drop across 5 ohm resistor. So we have to know the branch current for this resistor. That's why we have determined the branch current of these two resistors, because 15 ohm is a series combination, or is a equivalent resistor for of 5 ohm and 10 ohm. That means 5 ohm and 10 ohms are in series, and their combination, series combination, makes it 15 ohm. So as they are in series, I have told you earlier that for series combination the current will be same but voltage will be different, and for parallel combination voltage will be same but current will be different. So as 5 and 10 ohm makes 15 ohm and they are in series, so the current for 15 ohm will be the current for 5 ohm and as well as for 10 ohm also. Here we have got the current is 0.244 amps. That means for 5 ampere the current will be 0.244 amps, and for 10 ampere the current will be 0.244 amps. So now our motive is to calculate the potential for point C. So we have to calculate the drop across this 5 ohm resistor. We have got the current is 0.244 amps and the resistor is 5 ohm. So we can calculate the drop across it from V equals IR, and that will be 1.22 volt. So across 5 ohm resistor the drop is here 1.22 volt. Then the potential of B was 3.673 volt and the drop is here 1.22 volt. Then the potential of C will be 3.63 minus 1.22 is equals 2.51 volt. So we have got the potential of C. Now the rest one is D. We have to measure the potential of D. So for getting the potential of D, we have to calculate the drop across this resistor, that means for 10 ohm resistor, and for that we have measured the current already is 0.244 amp. So from there we get the voltage drop across these 10 ohm resistor. It will be V equals IR, that means 0.244 into 10, that will be 2.44. The drop across 10 ohm resistor will be 2.44 volt. Then the potential of D will be the potential of C, 2.51 minus the drop here is 2.44. That means the potential of D will be 2.51 minus 2.44, that means 0.07 volt. So in this way we have calculated all the potential that are required here, that are mentioned in our question. That means the point for point A, B, C, D. And at the same time, if here in the question this is not mentioned in the question, that means if you are told just measure the branch current for 5 ohm, or measure the branch current for 10 ohm, or measure the branch current for 20 ohm. So, if this type of question are told in or in your question are asked by to you, so you can easily determine the branch current for any branch. If here we have got the branch current for 5 ohm, for 10 ohm, for this 10 ohm, at the same just like the same way we can determine the branch current for 10 ohm, this 20 ohm, this 20 ohm. So if you just can understand the total procedure for a single circuit, you can apply this process for any circuit, and for any circuit you can determine the potential for any branch and the current for any branch. So boys, I have tried to explain this in a precise manner so that you can understand the total circuitry and total calculation here, but you have to practice at home by yourself, because practice makes a man perfect. And for getting a better result, for getting a better command on your subject, on your topic, you have to practice it, and repeatedly you have to practice it. So boys, that's all for today's class, and in my next class I'll try to solve some circuit based questions again. And if you have any kind of problem, you're most welcome to share with us. And take care, stay safe.